Hello and welcome back. I'm People Joe, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Season 4. I'm so glad you're back. Last time we worked on this Iron Mountain setup thing, and it looks great, right? It's not done yet. It's not done yet at all. But there's even more. I had a couple problems with a few things in the meantime. It's also about 2 years later than last time when we stopped. So let's see what all happens, what we still have to do, and then complete this guy. If you are still here and wondering if I just said den or then, we're in the same boat. I have no idea. I think I said den, which is German for Dane, but it's not really that at all, so don't worry about that. But I got the chemical plant done. Yeehaw! I also have it filled up with things, and then I found out that I was wrong, because wood is a storage inside the building, so this whole open storage over here is completely useless. We don't need it. But honestly, that's fine. I don't have to worry about it too much. I got all the train pieces done, so we can probably just go in here, make sure all of this is connected the appropriate way. Again, my usual guideline is chain in and block out. Beautiful. This is orange. That means there are multiple junctions in a way there, or in a row. We don't want that. What we have going on here, you technically consider yourself a junction. You really are not a junction, but it's this guy that comes in there. I'm gonna say that's the game doing something funky, but that's fine. Maybe if we put a regular signal here, you will be a little happier. That looks fine. That looks fine. It's just for all of this to go through. But the chemical plant is ready to go. I looked over here. My government loyalty is going down. Down, down, down. I have a guess of why that is. Problem is potentially this guy. 15 prisoners escaped last year. It was pretty full for a while. Right now it's not super full, but it was pretty full for a while. The number of crimes that we have is not overwhelming. Same thing over here. What is this? It looks like a fire vehicle, but interesting. Apparently I bought that at some point here. It's parked right there. It's also a really cool spot for it. But yeah, no, the problem is this prison is full. And I looked around, and actually, the prison bus can go to the chemical plant. The prison bus can also go to pretty much any industry out here, which I haven't tested out yet, but I think that means I can send prisoners to work there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to repurpose this city to house some of the prisoners. I'm just going to do a small prison because I think a big prison will be too large for the people that need work here. If we look at our overlays of workers for, where are you? Adults, no. Unemployed yesterday. It's just a handful. It's not a ton, but if it's in walking range, we can probably make it work and make it work all right. So yeah, that's what I'm going to start with. Where is my state infrastructure? Things autosave, I needed you. Prison, yes. Probably the same size that I had, 92. No, that's too many. 30 and 90. Yeah, that's the one. I just want it in a place that is in walking range for pretty much everything. Ooh, I can make this look like a fortress. That's cool. I like that. Let's have you come out. Well, I was thinking initially maybe here or the other way. There is a power line running right behind this. No. I like this one better, but I'm going to change a couple small things about it. Can I please, pretty please? I'm saying please, so it should let me do it, right? Can I please do this? Let's make this a little flatter so we can actually use it. Then get our prison back right somewhere here. Doesn't have to be perfect. It can even be angled. That's fine. I don't know if you can tell what I'm about to try to do, but I'm going to show you what I'm about to try to do because I want to make this look a little interesting. I'm not in a super hurry, but I'm in a hurry enough that I want to make this just right. Can you? Okay, let's try this. Road path. A road path there. Let's just assume that there is going to be a fence around that will actually work. Get our fencing installed because I kind of like being able to do this. I'm still not great at it, but being able to do it should probably count for something. There's a wall. There's a wall on this side. Come out a little more. Out just a little more here. That looks great. Over here, and then kind of connect right there, and We don't have a guard post or border post for this type of thing, but right there is going to be another border post or guard post. So we'll leave it right here. Number 4, also please go get built, and number 2, also get built. That's all my shortcuts for my different things. I think this was in range of heat and power. Power is here. I'm not I'm not convinced that it was in range. I'm gonna go with this is in range, and it will be fine. So now we have another place where we can get prisoners from. Great. Why is that a good thing? Because I would like to use prisoners for the chemical plant, but also for the power plant that we have over here. Because I have been running with low power more often than I want to acknowledge, and that is not great. So yeah, we have to fix this, but also I have to add a second power plant to the system somewhere in a different location, because it's more a matter of the frequency of how often I get people in here that is stopping the production on this side. Also, I'm going to start to turn this heating plant on, because one of my the buildings out here effectively run out of heat or get cold too fast, too quickly, and that's not great. So that's good, that's good. This guy burned down because I had nobody working in here yet, but we do have workers now. I would like to buy at least one helicopter out here. It has to be a big one. Cargo only. 1 million. What do you have? 4,000 fire. I'm looking at the fire bucket capacity. 4,750, 200, but these are both really big mods. Actually, this one's not that ridiculous. MI26, 1.1 million. No, I can't afford it right now. I also paid off some loans, which was really nice. So how many loans do we have left? Just 7 million. We were at 17 million at some point, and right now we're doing really well on that. I paid some back manually, and the other ones are just paying themselves back. And as you can see, a lot of these loans are about to just be paid off anyway, so I'm not going to play with this too hard. Interest rate. Oh, no, it's still 4.2. Okay. Yeah, I paid off the high interest rate ones for a while, but I think we're fine. We don't have to worry about that. And I want to use that money for something. Another thing I wanted to show you is we are in a really good path for our population. We still have escapes, but by far not as many as before, and this population growth is exactly what I'm looking for. We're going towards the 12,000. You know, when I started this whole industrial setup over by the mega city, we had about 5,000 people, and now that is going the perfect direction, and I'm excited for that. Cool. This is a problem. Too many times, too often, I have trains parked out here waiting to get into the export zone, and I can't afford that. So I want to fix that by just adding a rail yard. You know me, I like adding rail yards, and that's all awesome and sweet and all that. But let's just do this, do it right, do it well, and then hopefully get rid of that problem altogether. Can I do this? No, I can't. Can I do... Oh, I almost used the bulldozer to delete stuff there, but I'm pretty sure the road is gonna go if I do that. So, come out here. Okay, that looks fine. And then you just have to be connected to this side. Initially, I thought I wanted to be really close to the front here, but it doesn't matter anymore because the actual connection is not as crazy as I wanted it to be. So there's 2 there. Can I do one more, maybe, potentially? That's really, really ugly. Can I do one that looks a little better? I'm going to say that looks a little better. Not much better, but a little better, and that's fine. Okay, I'll have you come out here. And I built this a little disadvantageous because this corner is not helping for what I want to do next. So let's see. Can I get... In reality, I thought I wanted this, but I don't. Why do I not want this? Because if I allow the trains to come all the way out here and park in front of this junction, then I'm still going to block my passenger trains, which I don't want. So I have to start from out here. That means this rail yard gets a little shorter, but most of my trains are honestly relatively short, and they are controlled by the rail distribution office, so they're not going to get much longer than that. This is not perfect, but if it says that this is going to work, then this is going to work, and that's what we're going to do. Can you just try to look like it belongs there? Yes, you can. Cool. There you go. Rail yard. We quadrupled the number of trains that can wait here now, which is exactly what I needed and what I wanted. So let's get that assigned. And the rail office will go out here and do the things that it needs to do. That will be awesome. I do have to wait until this guy goes out. Excuse me. Get a signal there. We're gonna leave that alone. And just have this guy. Can you just leave? 58 tons. Thank you. Yeah, no, this rail yard, I think will do exactly what we need. 1.9 million, I'm excited for this. And every month we're making more than 1 million in exports, which is also super exciting for me. Yeah, this is going to be here for a little while, but I don't think there's anything important that we're importing besides meat. And meat should last for at least a little while all the time. So that looks fine. How are things up here? Yeah, you have the first part done. That's great. Let's get the rest of this done too. While we have the money and all the other stuff. That looks lovely. Oh, I actually looked, and all the farms get harvested every winter. I think I overloaded or I gave them too many vehicles, but I think I rather overdo it than underdo it, so I'm happy with that. I have not bought all the vehicles that we need out here because I'm a little worried about the money that we need to do all that. So I'm going to leave that out there for a little while. Apparently, when I built something earlier, it also took the train lines that we had out here and, well, construct them. Here's the thing that I saw last time. Not happy about it. I will fix it because it just looks ugly. The tunnel that's supposed to be here does not have an animation on this side. And if that is... I don't want to look that way. So we're going to see if we can fix this. Because I think this could look really, really cool and nice and all that stuff. So there should be a way that we can make this work right. We got to start with the couple excavators that we do have at that one extra construction office that we have here. And just see if this is enough to make it work. I'm worried that the answer is still going to be no. It's not going to be enough. But if this is the end, no, see, the tunnel doesn't show up on this side, and that is my main problem. So if that doesn't show up, we have to figure out a different way to make this work. What's the different way? Well, one different way is to make this a bridge. So that's what we're going to do now. See if I can make a nice bridge in here. Yes, I can make a nice gully. That's beautiful. That's actually perfect. I can come out here. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Go nice and low, so you can actually stay underneath there. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of a jump almost on this side. And if you really... So there's that jump. If you really want to get rid of that, you have to do it manually, sadly. It could be worse, it could be better. It's been worse, much worse than this for a very long time. So let's just go out here, lower everything around this area until we're low enough. That looks fine. Then zoom out just a little bit. Shift and scroll mouse wheel usually lets you zoom out from there. It's still not perfect, but it is adequate. Adequate is good. that's all we need to go for. Okay. Let's align these guys somewhat. They don't have to be perfect. And then let's get a bridge that can actually curve, which we only have one that can currently do that. How's that look? No. That doesn't look like it would be able to allow a train to pass underneath it. So if we go out here, I would say that looks a little better. It's not a million times better, but a little better. I can live with. I can live with right now. You guys, can you please? Well, that's unfortunate. I think it was going really close above the mountain that was here before, but now it's just like, nah, that looked better before. So let's see if we can adjust this just a tiny bit. I really don't think I can, which means I'll probably just have to put an engine here, and if that is the case, honestly, it's not the end of the world. We need to get power out here anyway, so I'm not terribly worried about this. The other option is to move this guy to somewhere else. Yeah, let's save some material. We don't have to save a lot, just some of it. So, aggregate storage, the large one again, because it's the only one that's appropriate here. I already saw one come out there, and we're really just moving you by a tiny bit, so I'm glad we did that. That was totally worth it. Cool. We have to do something similar here. We're going to try the same thing again first by raising this up. There's a footpath right there. That's probably in the way, so let's take you out. I don't want to take out the road, honestly, even though... Actually, without the road, we may have a better chance of doing what I need to do here. So, do we have I don't think we have dozers. We don't have dozers. So I have to do this the old school way that I always do, and people always tell me that I'm doing it wrong, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. We don't have to go out super far. We just have to go out far enough and then see. Yeah, no, when we're not getting the tunnel entrance here. Again, that's all I really care about, and because that doesn't happen, we're just going to do this. Yep, just lower, 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 lower. Very good. Until we connect in here, everything looks nice and low and somewhat smooth. That's all you can ask for. Go to our roads again. In this case, the bridge. You're gonna fight me, aren't you? You're gonna fight. Oh, oh! Saw something. I saw something already. I know it's gonna work. Just flatten this out a little bit. How high do we need to go? Probably a little higher than that, but whatever. We'll be fine. Game. At least come straight out from that corner. I don't think I want this. That's just, it's too low, it's too ugly. There's too many things wrong with this. I don't think I can justify doing it this way. Can I? No. I don't feel like that was the right, I don't feel like that was the right approach at all. If you come out here, just level up, then give me the road, give me this corner. Okay, so this one wants to play hardball. Okay, no problem. Come up here. Yes, I could secure or help that that rail connection that we already have over there just a little bit, but I don't want to. I would like to have you work here. Maybe a different bridge. Crossing not allowed. I think one of the problems could be where this thing is. So let's try that. I don't have a bridge in there. Crossing not allowed. No. Okay, we have to raise that guy up, which was simply a coal. No, this is an iron ore mine. It's not a coal mine. Iron ore processing plant. This one. Very good. Push you back just a tiny bit. Yeah, that should work. We just need a little more wiggle room for the road to come in. And honestly, having a mine come into the mountain this far is not really a bad thing in my mind. So that looks fine. Give me a piece of road. Very good. And then give me a piece of bridge. Still not, doesn't want to do what I needed to do. Could I increase the height of the bridge here a little bit? Yep. I'll allow that. I will totally allow that. I think that's fine. Okay, built that. Then all we need to do is get this guy in here, and it plays the same game as the other one did. We don't care about that. Give me the storage. Remove the road first. Then give me the storage. Thank you. Excuse me. F2 to not see that ugly too much. And here we go. Oh. I feel that we may have to put an engine here, otherwise I will have to adjust too many other things, and that's not quite worth it. Flip you around. Honestly, yeah, one engine will just survive and do that. I can probably just do a forwarding engine too. I don't even have to do anything too fancy. There are two buildings already connected, conveyor tower. All we really need is this right here. Doesn't have to be complicated at all. Get a dirt path connected to you. Right there in between the two nodes that are already there. So we don't have to worry about building that. And life is good. How are we doing on our numbers? 2 million bucks in the bank. All of that is working fine. Rail, let's just assign this for now. Yes, I would have liked the tunnels more, but that's not what we're going to get. Okay, that is the first piece. I think the next piece is I have to build a couple junctions for rail to make this actually feasible. Now, putting a junction right next to a road is complicated. So let's not do that. Let's put it a little further away, then build a really long bridge. I think that will be a really good compromise. What am I going to do here? My plan is to have, excuse me, can you just be exactly next to each other? That would be great. My plan is to have, gosh, making it complicated, don't I? My plan is, okay, got it. My plan is to put the harbor and the steel setup somewhere in this area. I would like to build it so that I don't have to ship the iron to the iron ore, so that I can just use a conveyor belt. I would like to keep the rails here to connect at least passengers into the iron ore mine, not mine, but the iron ore production if I need it from other places, and also to take out some of the iron ore if possible. Maybe I just set an RDO up to pick up from there instead of anywhere else. That could actually work really well. But yeah, here we go. So, junction. Built the first junction. A problem that we have here is this is just going to be a one-way in that we just have to connect. So I feel like I don't actually need a cloverleaf right here. What I do think is that over on this side, we're going to have a really large industrial area that will require cloverleaf. So, trying to think of something. I think I could run the rail from here by the road and have like a little snake up to get connected to the original line. I think I like that. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna buy some more excavators because this is too slow and we have the money now, so I know I can afford it. What is this? I haven't seen that one. 27 versus 25, 35. Nope, we're gonna use this one. Give me 8. We have some money. We had some money, and then I bought some vehicles, and now we don't have money anymore. That's why the construction offices aren't filled up yet. That is the only reason at this point. Okay, so for this, you will need your F2 view, and F2 view is the contour lines, I believe is the correct word. I always call it the ugly because that's what the kernel calls it, but it's not that. It's not that 100%. Looks like some of our excavators already went to refuel. Good for them, but not good for us. How high do you need to go? You need to go high enough to see just a couple levels above the ground that you're currently at, which I think the next white line that pops up here is about the height that I want. Come on, just a little more, a little more. There you go. There's the white line. And we need the same white line right over here. What the plan is to make turns that are way too tight and way too small to enable trains to turn around here and to go to any places that they need to go, because that's going to be important and, well, the thing that we're going to do here. I'm trying to think. This turn has to be really sharp with what I'm doing here, but I don't want to redo that. Okay, if you've never seen me do a cloverleaf before, I made a couple tutorials about that, but for right now I'm just going to speed this up so we can actually get to the real action. Great. I really feel like I did a relatively okay job at this. Nothing is perfect. This over here got a little tight with the train and the rail coming through there at the same time, but that's fine. honestly. And then, yeah, I decided to go quad track here, so the on and off can happen with a separate line, and then there's a main line that can go through here. I hope that works. I hope that is how it works. That's what I really want. Let's get these guys connected in a somewhat reasonable fashion. Maybe like so. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's quite all right. Get the track connected here, and then these guys. How about we just work out of this turn? I like that. I like that. Enough. Okay, cool. So these guys are connected on this side. They can build all of the stuff that needs to go in over here. I do want to go back to near the road. I don't want to go outside of the road too much. So what's this look like? Honestly, I'm happy with that. Happy with this too. Ew. I'm not happy with that. Quad track doesn't always work perfectly. It is an attempt for me to see if the game can handle it this time. So far, it hasn't done the greatest job at when it was presented with multi-track like this, but I think this is a pretty good opportunity to make it work right. This is all working now. Once it's all signaled up, it should make a lot more sense, but for right now, I think I'm pretty happy with what that is doing. That looks good. Money is pretty low. That's a little scary. Let's get this assigned. Let's get this road assigned for now, because we're not going to change that. This road is already connected. We do need a normal road connection. Sorry, wrong buttons. Normal road connection right here. But I don't expect there to be a lot of traffic on this road. So I'm okay with allowing just a lower crossing right here. That looks good. These guys can go in here. There's something that we don't have, which we will need to have. I do have a little bit of fire protection, maybe from the city, but we will definitely... What is this? Happiness is too low. 58%. That is hurtful. How do we get that low? Clothing quality. We don't have enough clothes available. Ooh, it's something I need to fix. We actually haven't grown in population. That means I'm expecting there has been some escapes along the way. I don't think I was paused most of the time, so some escapes are definitely happening that we have to look into. But for right now, let's just get another fire station out here. Honestly, this one is probably the smallest one that I will allow here. We do need a lot of coverage. A lot of fire coverage. So yeah, we're just going to plop that one down there. And that can just be fed from the station that we have out here. Are we going to be able to get to here? Yeah, we should be able to get there. Even underground, worst case. But that all looks good. That can start being built. Yes. Okay, I would like to start on steel and the harbor. Where should I put the harbor? I may have to extend out this, but that's going to be a lot of terraforming that I don't want to make you sit through. But yeah, the harbor may go down here. Or actually maybe over here, maybe a better place. And then yeah, the steel mill and all that stuff can go out there, and that will be fine. And cool, good. Let's look at some things. What do we have? Ouch. Huh. Okay. Understand. What do we have here? Some clothing sitting there. Some clothing sitting there. Why is there so much clothing sitting in these guys? That is usually what blocks me from being able to get something that I need. What are you guys doing? Oh, this is the problem. Oh, that's annoying. I should have babysat this. Yeah, that was just dangerous. But that's why we're losing people, because I think saturation is down. It's not great, not the worst. We do have a lot of people sitting over here, so I think for right now I can... Oh, we still have some food here, so these guys are... Well, these guys are out of food. We can mediate this just a little bit by allowing them to pick up directly from the source. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Get your food from here for right now, so they can take care of at least the city and the village over here. Out on this side, how much food do we have stored? We have effective... there's some food here. Not the end. No, it's just... Yeah, if I allow the distribution office to pick up from directly from over here, I think we will be just fine. That's why the happiness is down. That's why problems are happening. What are you doing? Oh, you are here. Part of me thinks I could put a signal there, but the other part thinks these will be done soon enough that I don't have to worry about that too much. Let's just let them finish and do their thing. How's it looking over here? Our little, what's this? Prison setup looks nice, I think. At least I'm happy with it, so that counts for something. What are we doing over here? We have some chemicals. We don't have bauxite really stored, but there's enough bauxite in here that does things. That's all beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, meat and food, that is a problem. And we don't have meat. Meat is a bigger problem, actually. We don't have meat because we can't get to the border. Everything else we can kind of get. Can I just send you home for right now? I know I'm being a little jumpy here, but I just need things to actually start moving. Because there's the meat truck. The meat truck is going to do something. Let's do this. Let's do this for right now. Which one are you doing? You're doing that one out there. Cool. Let's put some signals here, just for right now. I think it will make my life... No, it's just... This is what we're going to do. We're just not going to allow any more construction for the time being, so the trains can refill everything that they need to do, and we don't have to worry about this. All of this is unassigned. This one also needs to be unassigned. Great. Now I'm expecting trains to go in there as fast as they can and get their meat and all the other things situated, and that should be fine. That also explains why our numbers are a little lower than I expected them to be at this point. But that's fine. That will sort itself out. It will take a little while. But as long as health is happy or good enough and happiness is appropriate, we should be fine. But yeah, we are running dangerously close here. And we are also going to pay a lot of money in imports right now, so I got to make sure that this number is doesn't go crazy. How are we doing on time here? Always got to check. 40 minutes with a little time lapse in there for sure. So yeah, this should be fine. I would actually love it if we can do the steel operation on this side and everything else over here. Why is that important? It really isn't. It really isn't important, but I'm seeing something else that I haven't yet connected. These all need to be connected to a common good. Just do it like this. That's actually kind of pretty. Then let's get the first one connected in here, relatively straight. That's great. This one also goes right in there. And yeah, these are just the exits, so that should be fine. I actually like how that turned out. I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. Okay, so we will need storage and other things for iron ore and potentially a loading station for iron ore as well out here. We could probably put one right on this corner, honestly. Ooh. I have an idea. And this is the perfect time to do that. Let's get one of these guys. Turn you around, thank you. Get one of these guys pretty close to up here. This is just going to be our extra export for iron ore. It's nothing special. Then let's get a 1 to 3 mid conveyor. Yes, please. Thank you. And we can use priorities to fill up the other things first and then fill up this thing, and that will be nice. Then give me a loading aggregate loader right here. And put that in parallel. Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. Put that in parallel with our rail that already runs here. Yes, I just covered that with some dirt, but I think that will be fine. The exit again does not need to be super long. Actually, short is better, so that's what we're doing here. And the entrance we're just going to extend out just past the road. It doesn't have to be much longer than that. And then have you come in here, use an existing node, so we don't have to worry about construction or doing something fancy there. That looks fine. Get you in here, get a road out to the road that we already have. Wonderful. This road is not going to stay, I can tell you that. But this is our extra export for iron ore. No, sorry, for iron. For processed iron. And that's important. Cool. The rail is probably going to stay, but the road is not going to stay. The next stuff has to come over here, but I don't want to figure out where I'm going to place it until I actually know where my steel mills are going to go. I want to check. The good thing is we only lost about 400 people here, but yeah, that's what happens when I do things like this. You are here. I don't technically want to export coal right now. It's not really worth money. Also, oil is not really worth money anymore, and all these other trains are also waiting here. That is not very helpful. I could... How are we doing right now? We do have crops here, which means that one is producing food, so we have food coming in there. Yeah, we still have food here because we're currently not exporting. I am wondering if I should set up some... No, we have meat. We have meat now. So at least one train has arrived here now, and that should be fine. How much meat do we have parked here? A lot. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I will probably finish these rails when I can actually babysit them in between episodes. As you see what's happening there, I just want to check here. Do we have... No, I don't bring meat here. I bring the meat directly to this building. Yeah, we have meat. We're fine. Oh, but people are so unhappy that they can't actually currently buy things, and that is a real problem. Look at these guys, 30% productivity because their happiness and loyalty is super low. That is the problem that I'm running into right now. Well, that's unfortunate, but I think this will sort itself out pretty quickly. Well, quickly is a relative term. By next year, it should be fine. I don't think we're going to lose a lot of workers here. But just in case I do, let's just save it right now. Just to make sure things are actually fine. And I do have a train that goes from the main city to Mega City over here, so that could go get food from this area. That will be fine. 44 minutes. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. What steel do I have? Maybe I can look at that first. Aluminum, steel. Yep. No. Steel mill. This is what I wanted. 500 people. 43 tons of steel. Very nice. 200 people, 14. No. 500 people, 40 tons of steel, but less coal. Interesting. 200 people, a lot more people. How big is this? So many rail connections. It's so attractive to me because it has rail connections. But it does not have conveyor connections. That is very interesting. So this has to be connected to via rail. If I would do that, honestly, I would probably want to put it out here so that I can actually have no, I wouldn't even do that unless I do a tandem type setup with the train that just goes shunting from the iron ore to the steel mill, which I could do. I could set up an extra track that does exactly that. But I don't know. So let's see. Yeah, this is interesting. Could I consider that? 165. That is about 3 times as much as this guy does. But this one only consumes iron, really. It doesn't consume much coal. No, that feels wrong. I have coal. I need to use the coal. 430, 650 converter plant, 300 tons of coal, but also use some oil. The oil is not the end of the world. Yeah, there's oil, there's this, there's 2 rail connections again. That's an interesting one. I would consider this. So this is about double, but it needs engineers. This 300 tons, 200 tons, 300 tons, 450 tons. So these are all a lot higher in iron consumption than in coal because they use other things. We do have oil. No, you know what? Regular steel mill it is. I think. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? Yes, I think so. But I'm not convinced that this is going to be the layout where I want it. I'm also realizing I need coal, and coal needs to come from somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to get coal from at this point, but I'm pretty sure we're going to use part of... I'm going to flip this. We're going to use part of... Ooh. I almost considered making this a through station, but that may be dangerous. But maybe it's fine. I'm going to put it here. We'll see what happens. Get me some rail. Yes, we're only doing concrete rail at this point. I haven't changed that yet, but this would mean I can only access both of these steel mills with 1 train at a time, or each track will be one train at a time. That could be a problem. I don't know what yet. Honestly, it feels like I'm not giving myself enough space. The cloverleaf will stay exactly where it is, but I don't feel that everything else needs to be this tight together. I would like to have a compact setup, yes, but I'm not convinced that this is the right thing to do at this point in time. So I will revisit this. I will revisit this and see if we can do something better. But yeah, overall, I think we have the things that we need set up. I think the next point for me is to get this reconstruction to get started so that all of these pieces can actually get built on. And that will be important. And yeah, I'll get to that pretty soon. Just not right at this moment. Is this going up now? Saturation is good. Clothing quality, yeah, the rest, we're going up, and we didn't lose, we lost a couple hundred people. That's not great, but it could have been much worse. So, yeah, we're just going to continue with this. I'll complete the reconstruction over there, and then I will see you again next time. Yeah, next time, again, more steel stuff, but we're going to start building something here, actually, and I hope I will have enough money to get a few of the construction pieces out here, and I will actually, before we leave, assign at least one of the construction crews to the stuff that's going on here already, so they can do something. Yeah, but we're going to do something with these steel mills. I don't like where they are at this point, or how everything else is kind of crammed into here, but we'll make it pretty. Don't worry. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.